We're back at 7:44. New this morning, residents on Knott's Island are sounding the alarm. They're pleading with NCDOT officials to stop cutting off one of their modes of transportation. This comes after recent cancellations at the Currituck Knott's Island Ferry. Residents say they face a lengthy detour when these cancellations happen. With school starting in just a few weeks in North Carolina and people needing to use that ferry to get to work, they fear it's only going to get worse.
We're tired of being pushed around.
The message from some Knott's Island residents is clear.
Stop shutting our lifeline down. In
the last couple of months, the Currituck Knott's Island Ferry has seen a number of cancellations. Just last week, the route was suspended for 4 days. An NCDOT spokesperson says they needed to send a crew to help run the Hatteras-Ocracoke ferry. As the labor shortage continues to plague the nation, NCDOT's ferry division is not immune.
It's just an ongoing circle of us getting shut down to satisfy the needs of the Hatteras crew.
Longtime Knott's Island resident Dwight Scott says this is the 3rd summer in a row this route has been impacted. In 2019, he says maintenance got in the way, and in 2020, of course, COVID concerns brought ferry operations to a halt. Now, 2021's challenges.
We have to take between a 45-minute to an hour drive around to the mainland of Currituck, which means you go through southern Virginia Beach, you go through southern Chesapeake, then you finally hit 168.
Scott tells me this can be a major headache for students who attend school in Currituck or for people who need to get to work on either side. He says sometimes they get advance notice of cancellations, but other times they find out when they show up to board.
We're a thriving young, small community. I mean, we have a little bit of a tourist attraction here. We ain't got much, but it's a nice place to live. And it's nice to have our ferry running.
Now, NCDOT says there may be more cancellations to come. A spokesperson tells me they're still struggling to hire people, so they may need to continue to shift resources to Hatteras. Now, I asked if the cancellations would persist into the fall with students going back to school, and he said it's still unclear. In the meantime, they're actively looking for workers, so if you're interested in applying, just go to wavy.com.